Welcome to the Pathway video for this week. So we had a difficult passage from Matthew 14 today where we see that John the Baptist is ultimately killed because of his faithfulness to Jesus, because of his willingness to speak truth. But what we didn't pick up on that we're going to hit on next week is the very next verse in Matthew 14:13. It says that when Jesus heard it, so when they brought him the news of what had happened to his cousin, he departed from there by boat to a deserted place by himself. So there's a moment where Jesus feels like in the midst of mourning, in the midst of seeing what happened, he wants to be alone. He wants to have time with his heavenly Father. He wants to be able to pray. But it says, but when the multitudes heard that, they followed him on foot from the cities. And it just struck me how we sense this, that we need these moments in life alone. Like we need that time just to be with God, to get some clarity, to do some thinking, to process, to pray. And life is always interrupting. So we'll get into more next week of what Jesus does in that moment. But it struck me that that's a big part of why we've put together this tool on how to spend 15 minutes with God that Chad talked about in the service, that was tucked into every program this week, or that you can get on our app as well as on the website, horizoncc.com. So if you haven't already picked that up, I'd encourage you to look at that, because I can't tell you how many times I'm talking to guys, sitting in groups, and people are saying, I've got to figure out how to do this on like a daily basis instead of weekly or monthly, but to have time with God every day. But I don't know how. I read the Bible and I can't make sense of this. Just talked to somebody in the Hearth Room a couple of minutes ago. I'm coming back to faith. I'm trying to figure it out. So I opened up the Bible and I read it. And what in the world does that mean? Am I supposed to do something with it? What do I do? Well, so this little couple of pages is meant to help with that. And the idea of spending 15 minutes with God is, can I prioritize carving out a little space somewhere in my day? Do I get up a little bit earlier? Do I do that before or after dinner or bedtime? Whenever that fits for you. And so you'll see how it gives you kind of a few different steps, starting with just being able to stop, be still. Let your brain actually engage the moment that it's going to be with God and let other things wait. To read, something from the Bible. You could use a Bible reading plan or maybe read through one of the Gospels. And then to study, to actually pour through that passage, more than just to read it and say, okay, I guess I know what happened, but to start to think about, is there an application here for me? What does this really mean? What did I learn about God? And so then that's the fourth part, is to apply. Just to take a couple of minutes and think, how could I live that out? And then to pray, to use a few minutes at the end to talk to God about what you just read, to ask him to speak to your heart and to help you apply what you just thought about. One of the things that I love about this is it is scalable. So you say, well, 15 minutes, good. I've only got 5 right now, Or, hey, today I actually want to try to take an hour. It's my day off. Nobody else is awake yet. Multiply everything by 4. Spend a little more time in there. The other thing I'll tell you is on the inside, this part with observation, interpretation, application, and actualization, all those big words, is just to help us think about how to understand what we've read for the day. So that could easily take you more than 15 minutes. So don't feel like you have to do every single piece every single day, but you're looking for something, some takeaway that you and God have talked about that day. And I love the last piece, actualization. Because application could be love your neighbor. Okay, then I come back in a week and realize I didn't actually love my neighbor. I never made a plan. So actualization means take what I'm going to apply and what will I actually do today? What will I actually do this week? Something concrete and measurable to live out what I've read. So I hope this tool is helpful for you as you are engaging God on a regular basis and finding that time to spend with him. I trust that it will help your relationship with him grow, your understanding of the Bible grow. Thank you for watching.